Hi guys, welcome in. My name is Sam, I'm an intuitive reader. This is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. And of all the tarot readings in all of the universe, I'm so glad that you found yourself here. We're going to hop into the cards. Today I have some Crystal Connections cards for you guys. We're going to see who we're working with. Pyrite. And they say nature doesn't make straight lines. Check that out. All right, so stability is beneficial. Being objective and rational will help create prosperity. Look at where you are losing money unnecessarily. Networking will bring insight and opportunities. Value and heal what you have. Then once you have a stable base, build upon it. This will bring abundance now and in the future. Discover ways to cooperate and work with others. Avoid obsessing about perfection. Get your life and health in order. Find order in the chaos. I choose to cooperate and work in harmony with the world around me. Wow. I gotta say, Adam Barrelay packs a lot into each of these little cards. Yeah, I'm getting mostly this second part for you guys, about valuing and healing what you have. Then once you have a stable base, build upon it. This will bring abundance now and in the future. I choose to cooperate and work in harmony with the world around me. So there's something about possibly like not honoring the way things are. Either trying to go against the natural order of things, or casting about and saying like, I don't have enough to accomplish what I want to accomplish, when what you have at the moment in regards to this is sufficient. Like it's perfect for the time being, and it's just a matter of switching it. Like you can't get to the abundance that you're wanting by observing the lack, if that makes sense. You have to first embody the abundance, work with gratitude, see things through the lens of abundance, and that will attract abundance to you in the 3D, right? We have to believe before we can see when it comes to some of this. Trying to think if there's anything else about pyrite here. No, I think that's it for now. Good stuff. So we've got pyrite. That's actually the only general energy, so I'll put it over here for now. Okie dokie. Let's hop into some Oracle of Destiny cards. What are we looking at today, Spirit? For this collective bracelets. Trunk. There's a couple of these cards. I think there are actually 3, and they're the different parts of the universal world tree. So one is roots, one is trunk, and one is branches. We're looking at the trunk. Head, Dream. Trunk is a new one, but we've seen bracelet and head dream in a few recent readings. I say recent. At this point, my channel's been going for like a month and a half, so they're all fairly recent. Let's see. Ooh, this is a new one though. They were like, oh, you want new cards? Try this one on for size. Heart. Gotta love a photorealistic depiction drawing of a heart. It's too rare. It's too rare. Ah, roots. Oh, more? Head, rationality. What have we here? All right, we're going to do similar to yesterday's reading. We're going to see what the Hollow Woods have to say about these colorful cards. Reverse order from last night. If you guys are new, the Hollow Woods, this is a Meliora. It's kind of like a story making game. It's called the Hollow Woods. There's lots of different versions of this game with different artists. So I'm looking to get one of those other decks later on, but it's just these magical woods, these different scenes from the Hollow Woods, and they tell us a story that is for our highest good. All right, first out of the gate, we have the shadowy figure in the trees. Or do we? Next, we have giant's foot crushing trees. It's a little axe in the stump next to it. And some unkempt toenails. I don't know if you can see. Maybe he's trying to get the axe to trim the toenails, no? Oh, we have the Hermit's Cave. Treasure. Treasure in the weeds. Little Red Riding Hood type character leaving the cottage. I should start giving all these cards names. We know this is the Hermit's Cave. We're doing more. With the Knight guarding or possibly guiding. Okie dokie. 6-card panel up here, 6-card panel down here. Okay, I'm getting some of it. I think the rest will come together as we go. Sometimes you have to know before you speak, and sometimes you have to speak to know. So I'm seeing the hollow woods as modifying what's going on up here with the Oracle of Destiny. So we have this bracelet, which in the past we've interpreted as like feminine energy. And there could be that in here for someone. But from the bracelets, I'm getting like a cyclical pattern. Possibly a cycle. This can be just going around and around in your head about, yeah, that's what it is, about this thing, this imagined terror. And this can be just like a thought form, right? This can be something that we're feeding that's creating anxiety or uncertainty. Fear. Peace requires no fuel. Fear requires fuel. Like you have to keep feeding it. Otherwise it can't survive. And that's why it likes to shake you all up. Because if you're not shook up, then you're in peace. And what's it going to eat? So this fear, I feel like, you know, on the world tree, universally in shamanism, and it's most often pointed to in Norse mythology, because this idea survived into like more of a pantheist approach, but like Yggdrasil, the world tree, is one version of the same idea from many different cultures. Lots of different cultures have a world tree. I think if you went to a different planet, if they had something similar to a tree, they'd probably have a world tree as well. So the branches and the leaves reach up into the heavens, the realm of the gods. Super high vibes up there. The roots go down into the underworld, which is conceived of differently in different cultures. In some, it's a dismal place, and in others, it's just like loamy earth. You know, it's yeah, there's skeletons and stuff down there, but it's all natural. Like it's all good. It might be dark, but it's, you know, not scary. And then the trunk is the in between. Midgard. It's like it's our world, the earthly plane. So, you know, I'm seeing this giant, I think the Meliora book calls it an ogre's foot, stomping on your worldly life here, like crushing the middle of the tree, or it's where the trunk connects to the ground. You might be really in your head and in need of grounding, like possibly metaphysically. I don't mean just like splash some cold water on your face and take a good hard look at things. Son, I don't know why I wanted to say it like that. I mean, like the, you know, the new age version. Go out, put your feet on grass, like ground yourself into the earth. If it's really cold where you are, don't worry, you can do this imaginally, right? But for someone here, they need to go outside. Or like physically connect with the earth in some way and ground. This might be a continuation of recent readings where we've been talking about a lot of themes surrounding spiritual awakening and psychic abilities. I think that this might just be a theme for my channel, which is great. This is like what I'm prepared to talk to you guys about. If people come here for like what's the tea readings, they'll be sorely disappointed. But when we sometimes during a spiritual awakening, like it's different for everyone, and sometimes our upper chakras can just get like blown out. They can go off like a firecracker, and all of a sudden, you can see into the spirit realm, or you can hear, like, things that you shouldn't be able to know. And it's a lot of energy, and it's not able to, like, it can go as far as maybe like the throat, but it can't go any further down because we haven't connected the whole system. And that's what a lot of the spiritual journey is in a human body, is working on each chakra and what they represent until they can connect in the middle, where the solar plexus meets the heart space, right? And this connects the upper and the lower chakras. And when you do that, you're both, you're truly in the world, but not of it. Like you are connected to the heavens as deeply as you are connected to the earth. And most of us who come to this come with an imbalance there. Like we might be more bodily and earthly, like earthy folks. And that will lend itself to certain kinds of spirituality over others. But some of us might be like, give me the highest vibration. Like, I want to talk to angels. I want to, like, we might be very top heavy in terms of the chakras. And if that happens all at once, this is an understatement. And you might be going through that. You might be going through something where you're like, is this spiritual psychosis? What's happening? Or it might just be somewhat alarming. Don't worry. Attune to this frequency. Like, hold my hand through these hollow woods because I've got you. You're going to be okay. Okay, so yeah, it's all coming together, guys. So you have a beautiful mind space. You have a beautiful imagination. You are tapped into the celestial realms, and it feels great there. It feels like home. Like you are comfy, cozy in those high vibrational energies, which not everyone is, by the way. Like it depends on our soul. It depends on the history, what we're used to, the energies that we've incorporated as in the past. But you're comfortable in your head, in your head, both possibly in terms of like spirituality, but also in terms of like the bodily practice of spirituality. Like, no, I got this. I'll just brain my way through this, or I'll just upper chakras my way through this. And like, that is beautiful. It's beautiful up there. But you know, when you're playing a video game and you get to a certain point where like, you know that your strategy has been very heavy in one direction, like you are very strong, but you don't have many items, or you know, like you've thrown all your resources in one direction, and all of a sudden that strategy doesn't work anymore because the designers of the game have made it so that like, no, you have to learn, you have to become more well-rounded. And that's truly what this journey is. It's one of balance, right? And becoming wholly human and wholly spiritual, and embodying both in, you know, that beautiful yin yang. So you have to move this energy down into lower chakras. Yeah, I actually got ahead of this reading a little bit. I'm kind of proud of myself. So the heart is where the gold is at, right? Like that's where the earth connects with the sky. It's where the celestial meets the terrestrial. It's where our spiritual journey, like the different disparate little streams, arrive at the ocean. Like it's also the most reliable seat of intuition. If you are intuiting completely from your third eye, from the upper chakras, it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good metaphor, but it's escaping me. It's you pick up a lot of things really well, but possibly not always the truth, or like it's lacking the discernment that the heart naturally has. Like sometimes I watch people on YouTube, like psychics, and they'll look kind of like not strung out, but like a little bit like they need. I see them and I see like their hair is unwashed and their eyes are wide, you know, and it's like, oh gosh, they need to ground, you know, they need to move some of this energy down into the earth. It's like the grounding that a building requires, right? Like it's like their third eye is getting struck by lightning, and that energy has nowhere to ground out of them too. And so it can make us see not things that aren't there, but like blow things out of proportion or misunderstand, like, you know, get real jumpy. You do start to look kind of metaphysically strung out, and you don't want to wind up in that boat. We can all get there from time to time, especially early on in a spiritual awakening, where it's like, because this can feel really, really good. Like you're actually very stimulated by this energy and it feels very natural to you. It feels like, yeah, this is what I was supposed to, like, this is what a spiritual awakening is supposed to feel like. Straight to the third eye. But you'll fry your apparatus. Like you can't, it's not sustainable. So what's being recommended here is like moving some of that energy down from the tree's branches, through the trunk you've been ignoring, possibly. No, you guys are doing okay. This might just be a nuance. Yeah, this is more of just a nuance, because you might not realize, like, why am I feeling a little bit unhinged, or like like this is a lot of energy. Or it might just be like shifting your focus towards the, when you pull an all-nighter and you start to see things out of the corner of your eye. Yeah, you might just be a little bit in that energy and wondering why. And it's because you need to ground. So if you don't know about this exercise, like when people talk about grounding, there is the physical act, yes, but there's also like a very important imaginal act. And when I say imaginal, I don't want people to think, oh, well, it only happens in your imagination, so that doesn't count. It's like, no, the imagination is like the canvas of God, right? Like it is the playground of the universe in which everything is possible. It's the quantum. It's like what we imagine is very, very important and impactful. And that's why so much of psychic and spiritual energetic protection is about like meditating and imagining bright white light, these things that are very cleansing, because they actually are cleansing in the same imaginal realm that these things exist in, right? Went on a little bit of a tangent there. This is about grounding. So imagining that you have physical roots that come from, the bottoms of your feet, or from the base of your chakra system in like the root chakra, the base of the spine. And you're sending those roots down into the earth, like going deeper into the ground, past all of these rocks and crystals and, caverns and underground aquifers and rivers, and deeper down until it gets like warm and cozy. And you can imagine the earth's energy, different colors. I like to imagine like a light blue and white. And then, you just ask the planet to please ground from you, like pull from me all of the energy that is not for my highest good, or that is in excess of what my system can currently handle. And the earth, she's got you. Like Mama Earth, she'll take care of you. And then, ask to, or imagine drawing up this like cleansed, beautiful, in Matt Oren's book, Psychic Witch, he describes it, because he has his own version of this exercise, and he describes it as the loving dream song of the earth, or something like that. And it's absolutely beautiful. As an empath who got like triggered to feel energy, like activated to feel energy bodily, one of the most amazing parts of my journey was feeling that dream song earth energy for the first time. Because you realize after that, like, first of all, it was beautiful and so loving and kind. But you realize after that you don't have to rely on, like, your entire life you've been relying on your own energy. When you are a creature of the earth, you're a child of the universe, and this is your birthright, and Mother Earth is happy to give it to you. Connect back with her, draw up this terrestrial energy, get to know it. It's a part of you. And after some time, this will feel like coming home as well, just as much as like this hermit's cave has been coming out as some environment that you're comfortable with, to the point of being too comfortable, or just like complacency possibly. So this might challenge you slightly, because it will feel different, or uncomfortable, or yeah, just out of your comfort zone a little bit. Like, she's not entirely comfortable, but she'll get there. So from these, I'm getting there's almost this feeling I'm getting about you working with the upper chakras, like with the angelic energy, or like very, very high vibrational energy. It's almost like intellectual, I want to say, or like you think of it as tiered, possibly, because the branches are above the roots. But you know, that's just from our perspective, and because of, you know, the gravity on our planet. It's actually an as above, so below type deal. And whoever you are in this for the long haul. Like this castle is your spiritual destiny. Like you're not in this for a partial spiritual experience. You're not in it to like camp halfway up the hill. You take your spirituality seriously. And it feels to me like this guardian here, you know, the knight, is here to say, like, this is, it's not a test, but it's like a subtle thing to see if, do you have the, okay, so, you know, your mind space, your head, your upper chakras are extraordinarily beautiful. Do you have the spiritual dexterity? Can you get out of your head into your heart and even further down? Can you get down deep into the earth? Because you can't get to the castle without doing this. This is me too, guys. Every message I read has something in it for me, but often they're just as much for me as they are for you. I love nothing more than some archangel energy. Like, that feels like home to me. And, you know, honestly, like the earth energy feels like a little like goopy, you know. It's heavier. But it doesn't make it bad as compared to good, or, you know, exclusively low vibrational as compared to high vibrational. Because that beautiful terrestrial energy is very high vibrational. It's gorgeous as well. It's just a different kind of energy. And you're in the part of the video game when you have to master both. But this is a really good place to be. Yeah. All right, cool. 34 minutes. We're already a ways in. All right, we're gonna skip the tarot. I think that was there as a contingency in case I couldn't relay the message properly, but we nailed it. All right, let's see what advice we have for you. Inigo Montoya questioning the meaning of words. Interesting. So this is from, is it The Princess Bride or A Princess Bride? The Princess Bride. So there's a question here. What is this about, Spirit, in this context? Okay. There's a concept in Buddhism, I won't say particularly Zen, called the don't know mind. And it's about approaching everything as a beginner, and not coming into it with any presuppositions, any prejudices, any ideas about what you do or don't like. It's just about like going into something with an open mind and an open heart. I'm just reading through to see what else is relevant to you guys. I think that is mostly what is being encouraged here. Sometimes this card is like asking you, what words do you use or concepts do you take for granted or use without knowing what they mean to you, right? But yeah, so there could be something there about like what you have identified as terrestrial or earth energy, you might be thinking of as like dirty in some ways. But just because there's dirt involved doesn't make it dirty. Approach it with a beginner's mind, because once you feel that warm, loving dream song, it's hard to forget. Yeah, you'll be turning to Mother Earth often. All empaths should. It is a readily available energy source for those who regularly feel like they take on other people's energy or feel drained, especially in public. Like, pull up some energy from the earth, you know? People don't realize they can do that. And you'll feel like this is purely imaginary at first. Until you feel that energy, until you feel like, I imagine like a goblet, like a cup in my heart space. And as I pull up energy, it's just filling the cup until it overflows. And you have so much more to give when you are willing to receive just a little bit from Mother Earth. She's happy to give it. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, there's something here about like our words representing thought forms. And these are like, they're like a faceted crystal through which light shines. And, it's all the same light. It's all one thing. It's all God, it's all spirit, it's all source. It's all this great mystery, which is one thing split into lots of things to observe itself. But there's still one thing. Energy is all one thing. But, it's human nature to sort of classify and put into a hierarchy. We like to understand things in these terms, but it's an imposed order that is not natural. I'm getting lost in this citrine. So when we imagine energy to be a certain way, we limit the ways in which this light can shine through. It's like we imagine a black crystal is not going to refract like different colors of light. So keep your crystal clear if possible. This don't know mind will be very useful for you. Because the fewer preconceived notions you have about what this energy can do for you, the more it can do. So we can allow energy to work for us by imagining it in a certain way. And that's what we're doing when we're pulling up cleansed, high vibrational, beautiful dream song energy from the core of the earth, from the soul of Gaia, right? So we allow that healing energy, but we can also limit with our ideas. We can limit divine intervention on our behalf. Like it's all very quantum. And the way that we imagine these things limits how they can come through for us. So when possible, loving, high vibrational, these are all really good things, but don't put God in a box. This is a little bit of a reminder about that, okay? Don't limit what these earth energies can do for you because, elementals, those are earth energies. The Fae, like these are very earthy energies, but they're still extremely high vibrational. And there's still ways to connect to like fire. You're going to love fire if you haven't connected with the, more with the earth and its elements. You're going to love it. So yeah, putting aside some preconceived notions, maybe beginner mind. Anything else? No, that about did it. Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining us today, guys. If you enjoy the channel, I have some tarot on the go videos, and those are pure audio. So if you like to listen, I don't know, I like to listen while I drive in the car sometimes to tarot. So if you like to do that or listen to tarot like a podcast, check those out. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me.